welcome back to another video on the Arsenal Fan Reviews channel. And today I'm going to be bringing you my predictions for the 2020-21 Premier League season. I reckon it's going to be a crazy season, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video so you find out who I believe will be the champions of the 2020-21 season. But let's get straight into it. So at 20th place, I'm going to be putting West Brom. West Brom, you've come up from the Championship and I wish you the best of luck, but I reckon you're going to do a Norwich. I reckon you're going to come up to the Premier League and you're going to get knocked right back down again, just completely flopping. Really sorry to say that, and sorry if I offended any West Brom fans there or Norwich fans, but I don't think you will be staying up. And that also is the same when I move into 19th place with Fulham. Yes, Fulham, you are a pretty good side as well, but Fulham, I think Norwich is going to be happening to you as well. And you'll also be going back down the stairway of English football tiers, because I reckon you are going to be back in the Championship in the 2021-2022 season. But let's move into 18th place, the third team I believe will get relegated, and that is Crystal Palace. You've been in a relegation battle for a while now, but I think you might be losing your star man, Wilfried Zaha, this summer transfer window, and without him, I believe you will be going down to the Championship. 17th place, I'm going to be going with Newcastle. I think they're going to do an Aston Villa, where they stay up just by a point or two. I would have put them higher if the Saudi takeover did go through, but obviously that's collapsed now, and they won't be getting any Mbappe, Neymar or Messi's. So I'm going to be putting them in 17th place, just staying up by a goal or point. And then in 16th place, talking of Aston Villa, I'm going to be putting them there, especially with some speculation over their star man Jack Grealish's future. I wouldn't be surprised if he does leave and they manage to stay up, but just like Newcastle and just like they did last season, only by a point or two. So I'm going to be putting them in 16th place. So in 15th place, I'm going to put the mid-table team of all mid-tables, Burnley. Burnley, yeah, you can sometimes pull off a shocker at Turf Moor, but still the same thing over and over again. I don't think it's going to be your year this year, but I believe you will be staying up. So 15th place is where you're going to be going for me. Let's move down a place to 14th, and I'm going to go with Sheffield United. The not newly promoted, they were promoted last season, pretty much bottle jobs, because they were up there in the top 6, the top 4 at some points in the 1920 Premier League campaign, and then it came to the final couple of games and wow, they bottled it a lot, because they went falling right down to about 9th, 10th or maybe even 11th place. But yeah, I think you will be staying up. 14th place for you. So next up is going to be the newly promoted, the third promoted side, Leeds, and I'm going to be putting them in 13th place. Leeds, they seem a really great side, and I'm excited to see them back in the Premier League where they probably do belong, as obviously back in the day they used to be the top dogs of English football, but now they are promoted back into the Premier League. I don't think they'll do miracles. I think they'll have a bit of a Sheffield United season where it comes down to the end of the league season and they go right down to a mid-table side. But they do have Liverpool after their first game, so it won't be a brilliant start for them. But let's see what happens, because as I said, miracles can happen in football. So number 12th place, I'm going to be going with Brighton. Again, just like Burnley, they can pull off some shockers at their seaside place. They can obviously beat Arsenal. They can obviously beat some of the bigger teams, the top 6 teams, the top 4 teams. But I reckon they won't be doing that many miracles this season. But I think they will comfortably stay up, and they'll just be a bit of a mid-table team, finishing 12th. And moving down to 11th, even closer to our top 10, I'm going to go with Southampton. With Danny Ings in their side, one of the top goal scorers this season, I think they can bring them to a new level, and I believe they'll finish 11th. Not too high up, but then again not too low down. Just a classic mid-table club, but I think if they can bring in some new signings this summer, I think they can go places, so we'll just have to wait and see with them. And moving into the top 10, in 10th place is West Ham United. Obviously, you know, they got a huge stadium, not a huge club, but I believe if they do bring some new signings in this summer, and with the good players they've already got, I think they can manage to get into the top 10, but only by a point or two, so that's why I'm going to be putting them 10th. In 9th place now, getting lower and lower to that Champions spot, I'm going to go with Everton. Everton, they're another classic side, a bigger, they're called the Family Club, aren't they? The nickname is the Family Club or something like that. Just a classic side. 9th place is where I'm going to put them. Nothing else to say really. So let's move on to 8th place, and that's going to be Wolves. Wolves can pull off some real good results with, Rui Patricio and Raul Jimenez in their side, but I don't think they will just be able to hit that Champions League spot or even that Europa League spot this season. Obviously, they were going to be going into the Europa League for the 2021 season, but came along Arsenal and somehow managed to win the FA Cup against Chelsea and knocked them out and went into the Europa League. So come on Arsenal, but sorry Wolves fans, I believe they're going to be finishing 8th this season. Let's move down a place to 7th, and I believe it's going to be Leicester. Leicester had a pretty good season last season, with Jamie Vardy finishing very high up in terms of goals and just in terms of, just as a good player. He signed a 4-year deal now at Leicester, so I think he will be staying there for a while, and he is their main man and he can lead them to something good. But 7th place is where they're going to go. Let's move down to 6th. So the top 6, this is where it gets serious, the big 6. The big 6 I've gone for is the classic big 6, so that includes Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, City and United. Those are the 6 biggest teams in England pretty much. The ones everyone talks about, everyone thinks they're going to finish in Europa League or Champions League. But let's start off with 6th place, and that is going to be Tottenham Hotspurs. I think they're just going down. Mauricio Pochettino, he's gone. Now they've got Jose Mourinho, he's doing okay. Pre-season's gone alright for them, 3-1 or 4-1 win over Ipswich, but I don't believe they will be very high, and I think luckily for us Arsenal fans we will be having a St Totteringham's Day, because I believe moving on to 5th, that's where we're going to finish in a Europa League spot, but I think we will be very close to a Champions League spot, and we may even go on to win the Europa League because we are in it next season. So hopefully we can do some miracles in that. Obviously we got to the final in the 18-19 season, bottled it 4-1 against Chelsea. Please don't bring back memories of Baku. But anyways, hopefully we can do the same type of thing and actually go on to win this time and get Champions League football, but we'll see what happens with that. And let's move into the top 4 Champions League spots themselves. In 4th, I'm going to go with Manchester United. Finishing 3rd this season was a bit lucky for them. It was very close. Only a few points behind was Chelsea. And I'm going to be putting Chelsea in 3rd ahead of them, just because of how transfers stand at the moment. Because United, I saw some joke about them signing this guy called No One the other day, because they aren't signing anyone. Obviously, there's been so many links between him, them and Jadon Sancho and so many other big names and big players, but they aren't getting anything done. Whereas Chelsea, look where they've got Timo Werner, they've got Hakim Ziyech, they've got all those types of players. Ben Chilwell they've just brought in with all the money, which isn't fair. Football's not about money, is it? But nowadays it is, and that is why I'm going to be putting Chelsea 3rd over United in 4th. And let's get to the top 2, Liverpool and City. These are the 2 main title contenders for this season. I believe they were the 2 main title contenders for last season. They've always been, and the 18-19 season, but I think City will regain that title. Obviously they won 18-19, Liverpool won 19-20, but I think City will manage to win it in the 2021 season. Only by a few points though, because Liverpool are very good with a very good squad. So I'm going to go with Liverpool in 2nd place. And the champions, your champions in my opinion, will be Manchester City. So let's see if these predictions come through. Let me know your predictions for the 2020-2021 season. Obviously I've got my preview for the Arsenal versus Liverpool Community Shield final coming out very soon. Daily Arsenal transfer and news, and just all daily uploads about Arsenal and everything else football. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.